RC Robbin, thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So this is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. The entire team is made up of the cast of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As you can see from the standings, the Avengers have been wedged into the National League West. They are in second place after 2.5 months of baseball. It's June 14th in a 162-game regular season. They're in second place, 2 games behind the LA Dodgers. Chasing the Dodgers for the division. Let's go to the next game in the calendar, day off. And then we start a 3-game set at home against the Cincinnati Reds. Man on the mound is Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. View organization's games. Let's play that game. We'll play. All preceding games will be simulated. Do you want to continue? Okay. Play full game. We are the home team at Crosley Field, which is the designated ballpark for this beautiful franchise. Chris Pratt is 8-1 on the season. He's having a great season. Looks good. Looks good. Let's rock and roll. Let's get right into this. So I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty setting is set to All-Star, which is somewhere in the middle. It's rookie, veteran, then All-Star, and then there's like Hall of Fame and Legendary after that. I'm not interested in impressing anybody. I'm just looking to have a good time. Also, I do play-by-play, so buckle up. Here we go. Live from Crosley Field, we have the Cincinnati Reds visiting the Hollywood Avengers. On the mound for the Avengers, Peter Quill, Chris Pratt, making his 15th start of the season. His record is 8-1 with a 3.39 earned run average. And he will face Lou Brock, who's leading off for the Reds, 239, 8 homers, 16 RBIs. First pitch of the game from Star-Lord. Swing and a miss, strike one. Avengers are 46-27, good for second place in the NL West. That's Chadwick Boseman playing third base, and Dave Bautista in right field.
First pitch, 7-10.
And it's to the pitcher. Fields fires. Got him. One away. Nice play. Nice athletic play by Chris Pratt. Starting lineup for the Reds. Lou Brock is in left. Alex Bregman is the third baseman. Mickey Mantle is the center field. Nelson Cruz is in right. Gleyber Torres at second. Josh Bell is at first. DH is Matt Kemp. Shortstop's Corey Seager. And the number 9 hitter and catching is Jorge Alfaro. Alex Bregman, 270, 12 homers, 30 RBIs. Steps up to the plate. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. And he grounds it to third. Routine play for Black Panther. Throws to first in time, and there is 2 away. Batting third, Mickey Mantle, 301, 21 homers, 48 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Star-Lord. Here comes the pitch from Pratt. And that's a line drive base hit, a 2-out single for Mickey Mantle. And the inning will continue for the Cincinnati Reds. Here's the replay.
The right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
Next up, right fielder Nelson Cruz, batting .250, 15 homers, 40 runs batted in. Runner at first, 2 away. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. And that's a line drive, base hit to center field. He will round second and head to third. It's going to be first and third with 2 outs. So 2 quick outs for Star-Lord, and then following with 2 singles to put the go-ahead run at third base. Next up is Gleyber Torres, 237, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. 2 runners on, 2 away. And he pops it up. Short right field. Spider-Man is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So they strand the 2 runners after a half inning of play here at Crosley Field. It's the Cincinnati Reds nothing. The Avengers come into bat. On the mound for the Reds is Blake Snell. He's not having a good season. His record is 2-8 with a 6.78 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie. 306, 9 homers, 41 runs batted in. He plays shortstop for the Avengers. Switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Snell. Fastball outside, ball 1. The Reds are in last place in the National League Central. It's Alex Bregman at third. And Mickey Mantle in center field. Mackie plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he chases a changeup outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. If you have watched the Disney Plus television show, swing and a miss, strike 2, count as 1 and 2. The Falcon and Winter Soldier, you'll know that there's a new Captain America in town. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Comes the pitch from Snell. Slider high, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the bottom of the first inning here at Crosley Field. First game of a 3-game set against these 2 ball clubs. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. And again, just fouls off that changeup. That's a line drive over to the head of the second baseman, and it's heading towards the wall. Rounding first and heading second is Sam Wilson. He will stop at second with a stand-up double. It's a leadoff double for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. It's number 16 on the season. Here's the replay. Next up is Tom Holland, also known as Spider-Man. He's hitting .346, 9 homers, 46 RBIs. Curveball inside corner, strike 1. Tom plays Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Runner at second is Mackie in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tommy was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Well, it wasn't yesterday, but you know what I mean. A little late on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a line drive. Oh, he had to hold up at second, fearing that it would be caught on the line. So he can only make it to third. It'll be first and third with nobody out. Line drive up the middle. And there was a chance, so Mackie had to hold up at second. Otherwise, he would have scored. So, runners at first and third, nobody out. Up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman. 336, 9 homers, 35 runs batted in. Takes outside corner, strike 1. I say late and great because obviously he was great, but Chadwick is no longer with us. We lost him to colon cancer in the 2020. May he rest in peace. May he live forever in Avengers baseball. Pitch is low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouls off the fastball. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Black Panther. Quick throw to first. He's back. And he grounds it. Looks like a perfect 6-4-3 double play. So the runner at third will score on the double play, so no RBI for Chadwick Boseman. However, with 2 outs and bases empty, the MCU now leads 1-0. And I'm sure Cincinnati will gladly accept that as a fair trade. So, bases empty now with 2 outs. Up steps Chris Evans, the first Avenger, hitting .304 on the season, 9 homers. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Chris plays catcher, sometimes a little DH. He's also another switch hitter in this very versatile lineup. Pitches inside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Steve Rogers in the MCU. Checks his swing, fastball's low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Chases a high fastball out of the strike zone. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, 1-0 MCU. Late on the fastball, off the facing of the side wall. And the at-bat will continue. Line drive, base hit to center. 2-out single for the first Avenger. And the bottom of the first will continue. Next up is the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Mark's hitting .324. He leads the ball club with 16 home runs. That's a deep drive to center, but I think wall, it's Gonzo! That's a 2-run home run, 2 out. 2-run home run here in the bottom of the first. Number 17 on the season for the Incredible Hulk. Hulk smash. And it's now a 3-0 advantage for the MCU. That ball, he hit it the other way to the deepest part of the ballpark, and it just kept on going. Is the replay. I thought Mickey Mantle would make the catch in deep right center field, but it's gone. So next up, Robert Downey Jr., the first baseman, 289 homers, 35 RBIs. High and tight, ball 1. So it's just like that, it's 3-0 MCU. Outside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside 2-1. Oh, checked his swing, but according to the home plate umpire, that pitch was a strike. Count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes on Tony Stark. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count will go full on deck. Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. So, full count pitch. Here we go. Swing and a miss. Struck him outside, retired. However, the Avengers scored 3 times here in the bottom of the first. 2 of them on this. A 2-run homer at the end of 1. It's the Avengers 3. The Reds, nothing. This is Avengers baseball. So we lead off the top of the second inning. Up steps switch hitter Josh Bell. 278, 13 homers, 34 RBIs. Chris Pratt has a 3-run lead to play with. Fastball in there, strike 1. Grounder to second, he charges. Holland throws to first, in time, 1 away. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield from left to right. You have Idris Elba, Don Cheadle, and Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. with Chris Evans behind home plate. The Avengers lead the league in fielding percentage. Next up is Matt Kemp. Matt Kemp's a part-time player. He is scalding hot. He's hitting .455, a homer and 2 RBIs. A little late on the fastball, foul ball, strike 1. Pulls the cut fastball, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Kemp. Slow roller again to the second baseman. Spidey throws to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. So up next, Corey Seager, 261, 11 homers, 36 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Star-Lord. Here comes the pitch. And he pulls it high and deep, but curling out of play for strike 1. Corey is 6 for his last 17. That's a .353 clip, so he's hot as of late. Count is 0-1. Cut fastball outside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a number to the mound. Charging. Chris Pratt throws to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. And after 1.5 here at Crosley Field, it's the Hollywood Avengers 3, Cincinnati Reds nothing. So leading off the bottom of the second is Dave Bautista, 302, 7 homers, 31 runs batted in. Dave plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Snell's pitch is inside, ball 1. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Dave's a former professional wrestler in the WWE. Misses, looked close, but misses inside. 3 balls, no strikes on Bautista. Will he have the green light? No, he will not, because I don't swing on 3 balls and no strike counts. They take a pitch. In there, strike 1. But now, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. And the handcuffs are off. Let's see what happens. Chases a high fastball, count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bautista. Boom! Foul ball. And we'll do it again. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Hard ground ball, base hit through the box. It's a leadoff single for Bautista. Big turn at first, but he will hold. And they start off the bottom of the second the right way with a single. They're going to show us a replay? Yes, they will. Here it is. While I sip my coffee. They're hitting Snell all over the ballpark. Could be much worse. Next up, Idris Elba, the left fielder. 279, 4 homers, 26 runs batted in. Pitch from Snell. Jams him up and in. 98 miles an hour on the fastball. Idris Elba plays Heimdall in the Marvel Cinematic Universe from the Thor franchise. In the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher. No advance. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw to first. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Low in the dirt again. Blocked. Throw down to first. He's safe at first. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bautista leads off first. Elba at home plate. Here comes the pitch. And he popped him up the elevator shaft behind home plate. Catcher makes the catch for out number 1. Defensive alignment for the Cincinnati Reds in the outfield from left to right. Lou Brock, Mickey Mantle, and Nelson Cruz. In the infield, you've got Alex Bregman, Gold Glove winner Corey Seager, Gleyber Torres, Josh Bell with Jorge Alfaro behind home plate. That is the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. Next up, War Machine, Don Cheadle, 318, 9 homers, 41 runs batted in. And that's a line drive, base hit to center. 2 on, 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. And before we go any further, I want to go to options, gameplay, and show you that the hitting difficulty is set to All-Star and the pitching difficulty is also set to All-Star, just for accountability's sake. So, runners at first and second, 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Lineup turns over for Anthony Mackie, who already has a hit. 3 runs have already crossed the plate for the Avengers. Pitches high, ball 1 to Mackie. Mackie led off the game with a double, scored a run. First run of the game on that double play. And he pops him up. Short right field, infield fly rule in effect. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Up next is Tom Holland, who singled in the first. He is, no, check that. Yes, he did single in the first. He plays Spider-Man in the MCU. And he pulls the fastball foul for strike 1. Swing and a miss. The high fastball counts quickly. No balls and 2 strikes on Holland. Slider inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he pops him up. In on the infield grass is Bell, who makes the catch to retire the side. So they strand 2 runners. After 2 innings of baseball here at Crosley Field, it's the Avengers 3, Cincinnati nothing. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Catcher Jorge Alfaro is hitting only .213 with 4 homers this season. Steps up to lead off the 2nd. Check that, the 3rd. At the knees, strike 1. So Pratt is 8-1 on the season, and so far he is showing all the skill that he has shown all season long here in this ball game. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes, getting ahead of hitters. Swing and a miss. The cut fastball struck him out swinging. 1 away. First strikeout of the game for Pratt.
Now batting, left field.
Terrible angle. Should be from over the shoulder of the catcher. Of the pitcher. Next up, the lineup turns over for the Reds. Lou Brock grounded out in the 1st inning. He is 0 for 1. Grounder the 1st, scooped up by Tony Stark. Takes it himself, 2 away.
Now batting, the 3rd baseman,
Alex Bregman, 3rd baseman, grounded out in the 1st, 2 away. Bases empty, 3-0 MCU. Here comes the pitch from Star-Lord. In there, strike 1. Bregman is 10 for his last 27. That is a .370 average over the course of his last handful of games. Pulls it foul, strike 2. Grounder, foul, first baseline. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Bregman. Alex Bregman plays for the Houston Astros in real life. Grounder past the diving 3rd baseman and into left field. It is a base hit. He makes a big turn at first, heads to 2nd. Strong throw in time, guns him out from left field. Hemdahl sees all, and the side is retired. 2.5 played. Avengers continue to lead 3-0. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and up steps Black Panther, who is 0 for 1. Actually, he grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. Drove in the run. No credit for the run, but drove in the first run of the game. Low, count evens, 2 balls and 2. Check that, 1 ball, 1 strike on Bozeman. Low, 2-1. Outside, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Chris Evans on deck. Chases a pitch that was probably ball 4, but now it's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Chadwick. But he walks. Blake Snell, leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 3rd. 3-0 deficit. This isn't the way you want to start an inning. So next up is Chris Evans. He singled in his first at-bat. He scored a run. Bozeman leads off first. He has speed. Quick throw to first to keep him close. And line drive the other way through the right side into the outfield. It is a single for the first Avenger, and runners will be at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. The Avengers have some home cooking brewing. In on his hands, and he slices it between the 1st baseman and 2nd baseman. Next up is Mark Ruffalo. Ron Guidry, left-handed pitcher. Down and in, ball 1 to Ruffalo. Hit a 2-run home run in the 1st inning with 2 outs. He's got the same situation here. 2 runners on Nobody out here in the third. Chases a high fastball, 97 on the radar gun. Like I said previously, in the Reds bullpen, lefty Ron Guidry is getting loose. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ruffalo. High, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Nope, that's down.
Low, hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Tony Stark is on deck. This is a big moment in the game for Blake Snell. And he out in front, pulls it into the seats. The count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With the 3-2 count, will the runners be in motion? Probably not. They'll run themselves into a double play. So I wouldn't send them. Did he check it?
What do you got?
Yes, he did. So we've got the bases loaded with nobody out. Snell is in trouble.
Now batting.
Take a sip of my coffee as we see the replay in show motion. Ooh, close. Very close. According to the first base umpire, he did not swing. So we have Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. is 0 for 1. He has the bases loaded and nobody out. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Blake Snell. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 1 with the breaking ball. Nowhere to put him. He's got to throw strikes or he will walk in a run. Chases a high, tight strike. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. That could have been ball 2. Need to be a little less anxious. Ground ball through the right side. It is an RBI single. Rounding third and heading home is Captain America. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Tony Stark. He is Iron Man. And the score is now 5-0. MCU. No chance for the second baseman. Throw to the plate is up the line. Evans scores. 2 runners cross the plate, and it is 5-0 MCU. So the manager of the Reds has seen enough. He will go to the bullpen and ask for the left-hander. In relief comes Ron Guidry. Not a Hall of Famer, but an all-star in the 70s and 80s for the New York Yankees. In 30 games out of the bullpen for the Cincinnati Reds, he's 0-2, pardon me. So runners at first and second. Dave Bautista steps to the plate. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Fastball outside, ball 1. Dave had a single in the second inning. Outside corner, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. In 1978, I believe Ron Guidry went like 25-3 or something for the New York Yankees. High and tight with the slider, 2 balls, 1 strike. Didn't have a Hall of Fame career, but he had seasons that were just amazing. He won 22 games in 85 or something. Fouls off the outside pitch, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. No, check that, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, nobody out, 5-0 lead for the Avengers. Here's the pitch from Ron Guidry. And he lines it. It is, beautiful catch. Tagging at second and going to third is Ruffalo. He will make it. Gorgeous diving catch from Nelson Cruz in right field for the first out. Let's look at the replay. So, first and third for Idris Elba. Popped up in his first at-bat in the second inning. Chance to get that runner home from third with less than 2 outs. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate for strike 1. Maybe they should have started Ron Guidry instead of brought him in relief. But I'm not the manager of the Reds.
Ball 1.
Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ruffalo at third. Robert Downey Jr. at first. Idris Elba at the plate. And it's a deep fly ball, but not a lot of speed in Ruffalo at third. Let's see, will he come home? He's coming home. The throw to the plate is in time. gunned him out to retire the side. It was worth the gamble with a 5-0 lead. The end of 3 innings of play. It is the Hollywood Avengers 5, the Cincinnati Reds nothing. This is Avengers baseball. So we're going to go to the top of the 4th. Mickey Mantle steps up for his second plate appearance. He had a single in the first. Star-Lord has a 5-run lead. Deep, slicing, out of play, strike 1. Circle change misses. 1-1. Swing and a miss, the high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mickey Mantle is a Hall of Famer. Played for the New York Yankees in the 60s and 70s, I believe. I don't know if he played in the late 50s. I'm not sure. I think 60s and 70s. Strike 3 called on the floaty knuckleball. Caught him looking for strikeout number 2. See the replay. Was it a strike? Too close to take. 2 strikes, you got to swing. Next up, Nelson Cruz. Single in the first inning, 1 for 1. And a number at the plate. Racing over is Pratt. Throws in time, 2-away. Nice athletic play from Star-Lord. And 2 quick outs for Cincinnati here in the top of the 4th. Gleyber Torres, 0 for 1 pop out in the first. 2 outs, bases empty. Here comes the pitch. Strike 1. Knuckler floats in there for strike 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Cruz. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And the side is retired. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Chris Pratt. It's 5-0. Avengers. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Don Cheadle is 1 for 1. He's singled in the second inning. Switch hitter batting from the right side. Guidry is out there on the mound for his second inning of relief. Throws a high fastball, fouls it off for strike 1. Don plays center field. Plays James Rhodes in the MCU. Slider down and in, ball 1. Not the first man to play James Rhodes. I think that was Terrence Howard in the first Iron Man film in 2008. Fastball high, 97 on the radar gun. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Cheadle. Strike on the outside corner, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it back, and we'll do it again. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie. And that's a line drive towards the left center field gap, and it will probably roll all the way to the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is War Machine. It is a leadoff double for Don Cheadle, his 17th double of the season, and doubles leaders on the Avengers. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, leads the team, but Don Cheadle's right behind him with 17. So next up, Anthony Mackie, 1 for 2 with a double today. Runner in scoring position. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Slider inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner leads off second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. 5-0 Avengers. Jams him. Shallow fly ball, right center field. Cruz makes the catch for out number 1. No advance. Next up, Tommy Holland. Spider-Man, 1 for 2 with a single. Cheetah leads off second. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate for strike one. Tom is second on the ball club with RBIs, only trailing the Hulk. Line drive, base hit to left. Rounding third and heading home is Don Cheadle. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI single and RBI number 47 on the season for Spider-Man. And the MCU now leads 6-0. Here's the replay. Really no chance for Lou Brock in left field to make the play with that kind of speed rounding third base. Next up, Chadwick Boseman. Officially he's 0 for 1. He does have a walk and a run scored today. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Alfaro. Ball one. Sets and throws to first. Holland is safe. A lot of speed over there at first base. Outside. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Chadwick is 4 for his last 11 at the plate. Fouls off the outside fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike on T'Challa. Checks a swing inside. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Throw to first. He's back. High fastball called a strike. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes a payoff pitch from Guidry. And that's a deep drive, but playable for Brock in left center field. He makes the catch for out number 2. He hit it right on the nose, but there's a lot of real estate out there in left center field. So 2 away, runner at first, up steps Chris Evans. Chris is 2 for 2. He has 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Spider-Man leads off first. And that's a hard ground ball. 1 hop. Goes for the force at second to retire the side. But they do get another run on an RBI single by Tom Holland. At the end of 4 innings of play here in this first game of a 3-game set, Hollywood Avengers lead 6-0. So we go to the top of the 5th. Josh Bell, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Pratt, up to this point, is cruising. Fastball low, ball 1. Knuckler floats in there for strike 1, count 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, count is 1 and 2. And he pokes it foul, first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Josh Bell. I think he plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates in real life. I'm not 100% sure. Fastball is high, count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chases a changeup. Pokes it foul. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouls it upstairs to stay alive. Inside pitch. Could have been called 3rd strike. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change. Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Star-Lord. Next up, Matt Kemp, 5 for 12 for the season, only 12 at-bats this year. Today he grounded out the second, he's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss at the 97-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. Pokes it up the middle, Dives, knocks it down. No play. No play for Spider-Man. Nice job to keep it in the infield, but it's an infield single for Matt Kemp, and he's 1 for 2. 1 out single for the Reds. They have runner at first now for Corey Seager, who's 0 for 1 today. In there, strike 1. Slider low, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Hits a high drive to right, back to the warning track. Near the warning track is Dave Bautista, makes the catch for out number 2. Looked a little more dangerous off the bat, but again, a lot of real estate out there in Crosley Field in the corners, at least in that right field corner. So 2 away, runner at first. Up steps the catcher, Jorge Alfaro, who struck out in the 3rd inning. Fastball low, ball 1. Out in front of the changeup, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Alfaro. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. Karam's off the inside. Oh, he holds him at second. Nice outfield play in left field by Idris Elba to catch that Karam off of the sidewall. That could have easily been a double, but he held him to a single and held the runner at first to second. Now, granted, that runner at first didn't have a lot of speed, but still, that is a good defensive play. However, with 2 away, there's runners at first and second here in the 5th inning as Lou Brock steps up to the plate. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Chris Pratt fouls it off for strike 1. Brock's 0 for 2 today with 2 groundouts. Fouls off that knuckler, and quickly Lou is down 0 and 2. It's down the left field line. Cues it. Runner will make the turn at 3rd and head home. It's an RBI single for Lou Brock, and the score is now 6-1 MCU. Let's look at this. He just cues it off the end of the bat down the 3rd base line, just inside the bag, and the runner at second will score. So Alex Bregman is up, and we're going to have the manager send the pitching coach out to the mound to discuss things. As you can see from the meters on the left-hand side of the screen, right above Chris Pratt's name, CFD stands for confidence, and he's got a lot of confidence, if not about 50% on the energy. So he's going to face Alex Bregman, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Fastball in there, strike 1. This is actually a big at-bat. And that's a line drive base hit. But he hit it a little too hard to get that runner home from second, and the bases will now be loaded with 2 away. My goodness, this could turn. A 6-0 game could turn on this next at-bat. Up next is Hall of Famer Mickey Mantle, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Sitting .303 on the season. He has 21 home runs on the season. Nowhere to put him. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. And it's a lazy fly ball to left center field, playable for Elba, who makes the catch, and the Reds leave the bases loaded. They do, however, score a run. And after 4.5 innings of play here at Crosley Field, it's the Avengers 6, Cincinnati 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Mark Ruffalo, who had a 2-run home run in the 1st inning today. Guidry is still out on the mound. It's 3rd inning of work. Checks his swing, but fastball outside corner, strike 1. Slider low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruffalo was not the first man to play the Hulk in the MCU. Low, 2 balls and 1 strike. That honor is Ed Norton, back in 2009, but then they decided to make a change. Hard ground ball off of the heel of his glove right to Josh Bell, who steps on the bag. Just bad luck for Ruffalo. He hit the ball hard, and there's one away. And Guidry looking to shake it off. While he shakes it off, I'm going to drink some of my coffee. Okay. With one away and bases empty here in the bottom of the fifth, up steps Robert Downey Jr. He's 1 for 2. He has a 2-run single on his ledger. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. And he pulls it past the first baseman into right field. That's his second hit of the ball game. It's a 1-out single for Tony Stark. Hits leaders on the Avengers. Spider-Man Tom Holland is in first place with the Incredible Hulk trailing him. Nowhere to be seen is Robert Downey Jr. on that list. Next up, Dave Bautista. Comes the pitch. No speed over there at first base. And he pops it up behind home plate. Alfaro makes the catch for out number 2. And Bautista is retired. So 2 outs, and up steps Idris Elba, who's 0 for 2 today. Looks like rookie mode. LOL. Backs him off the plate. Oh, gets away. The runner from first will move to second. An alert play from Robert Downey Jr. over at first base. They're calling it a passed ball. Welcome, Mr. Outlander, to the stream. Thank you for joining. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Runner in scoring position for Hemdahl, who is 0 for 2. Down and low. 2 balls and no strikes from Ron Guidry. Louisiana Lightning, as they called him back in the 1970s. Ground ball to the third baseman, knocks it down. Bregman picks it up, throws to first in time, and the side is retired. Nice play by Alex Bregman. So it's an official ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Avengers lead 6-1. This is Avengers baseball. Oh yeah. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Up steps Nelson Cruz, who is 1 for 2 with a single. Star-Lord is 8-1 on the season. He is cruising towards win number 9. Swing and a miss from Nelson Cruz for strike 1. High and tight with the cut fastball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Avengers are starting play. They're 2 games behind the first place Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West. Since this is a created franchise, ground ball deep in the hole, it's short, backhanded by Mackey, throws to first, cut the check, it's in time, out number 1. As I was saying,
Now batting, second base.
you have to take the place of a Major League Ball club when you create a franchise in MLB The Show. So the San Diego Padres got kicked out of the National League West. Up next is Gleyber Torres. He is 0 for 2. Knuckler floats in there. Oh, thought it was a strike, but the umpire called it ball 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. So, in the National League West, the Avengers starting play were 2 games behind the first place LA Dodgers. After, say, 2.5 months of baseball, slicing out of play, the count will be 1-2 on Gleyber Torres. So, it's a race. Star-Lord sets and delivers. It's Nubber at the mound. Jumping out of the crouch is Chris Evans. Throws to first in time. Gorgeous play for out number 2. That's a tough play for any catcher, but he can do this all day, ladies and gentlemen. He is the original Captain America. So 2 outs, bases empty. Upsets Josh Bell, who is 0 for 2. At the knees, strike 1. 6-1 lead here in the 6th inning. Fouls off the knuckler. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bell. So the first game of a 3-game set here at home for the Avengers against the Cincinnati Reds. Ground ball backhanded by Spider-Man. Throws to first. In the dirt. Scooped nicely by Tony Stark. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. For 5.5, it's the Avengers 6. The Reds 1. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Don Cheadle is 2 for 2. He's got a single, a double, a run scored. He is all over that ledger. Pitch from line drive, scoop nicely. Nice reaction play from Josh Bell at first. He takes it himself. 1 pitch, 1 away. Should show a replay of that, Josh Bell. No respect. Next up is the leadoff man, Anthony Mackie, who has a double today. He's 1 for 3. Again, switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty, Ron Guidry. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Slider inside, 2 balls and no strikes. It's awfully quiet on the internets this evening, unfortunately. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Tom Holland is on deck. 3-0 count. Will he be swinging? No, he will not. I do not swing on 3-0 counts. He'll take a pitch. And he walks him. So, the new Captain America is on first. It's a 1-out walk from Ron Guidry. Next up is Tom Holland, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Big lead over there at first. And that's a line drive. It is a single to right, and he's going to go all the way to third base. So it's going to be runners at first and third with only 1 out after the single from Spider-Man. Here's the replay. Just takes that pitch outside and serves it over the head of Josh Bell and down that right field line. Next up, Chadwick Boseman, 0 for 2. He does have a walk and a run score, but he's 0 for 2 officially. Fastball outside, ball 1. Curious to see what they're going to do with Black Panther 2, considering now that Chadwick has passed away. May he rest in peace. And he pulls the breaking ball down the left field line, out of play, strike 1. Runners at first and third with only 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And he pulls it foul yet again, count as 1 and 2. These are cream puff pitches that he's giving them free strikes by being out in front. This time he's a little late. Let's go Brown. I don't know what that means. Anyway. Inside off the plate. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners are lead off first and third. 6-1 lead for the MCU. Here comes the pitch from Guidry. The original Captain America. Ah, I see. Full count for Chadwick Boseman. Quick throw to first. Stall tactic from Ron Guidry. So full count. The runners will probably not be in motion with only 1 out. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he grounds the slider foul down the left field line. The count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes on Black Panther. Grounded. Bell over to second for 1, back to first. A double play. And the side is retired. So, end of 6. It's a 5-run lead for the MCU. Avengers lead 6-1. So we go to the top of the 7th. Matt Kemp, 1 for 2. He's 6 for 13. 6 for 13 is a blistering .462, but he only has 13 at-bats this season. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 95 on the radar gun. Do you got Nicholas Hammond in the bullpen? I do not have Nicholas Hammond in the bullpen. I do apologize, Mr. Outlander. Shame on me for not having. Knuckleball floats in there. Swing and a miss out in front. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Matt Kemp. Shame on me for not having such an important member of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the bullpen. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the cut fastball. Strikeout number 5 for Peter Quill. How could they not show that replay? Shame on them. So Corey Seager, the shortstop, is up for his 3rd plate appearance. He's 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Pratt is dealing. Grounder to first. Tony takes it himself. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge.
So with 2 down, up steps Alfaro, who's 1 for 2 with the single. Knuckler floats inside, ball 1. You're wondering to yourself, you're watching this stream, you're saying to yourself, so you're winning 6-1 in the 7th. Why don't you just simulate the rest of these innings? 2 balls and no strikes. I do need Bill Bixby. Gotta have Bill Bixby. Don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when you're angry. You're wondering to yourself, why is he not simulating these last few games? Get to the next game in the schedule. Well, it is my intention to play every inning of every game of a 162-game schedule and post them to YouTube in their entirety. No skipped innings, no simulated games. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Alfaro. This is game number 74 out of 162 plus. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. Top of the 7th. 6-1 lead for the Avengers. Here comes the pitch from Pratt. Fouls it back, and we will do it again. You wouldn't like him when you're angry. Chases a pitch out of the strike zone. Fouls it off. Pitch number 77. Swing and a miss, struck him out to retire the side. That cut fastball mowed him down. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. This is Avengers Baseball. MCU leads 6-1. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. In relief comes Colin McHugh. All in all, you have to say that Ron Guidry had a good bullpen relief session. Colin McHugh's 3-3 with a high ERA in the 6s. Chris Evans is 2 for 3. He has 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Switch hitter turns around and bats from the left side against the righty McHugh. And he bounces it. Slow nubber in front of the mound. Tough play. Not in time. It's an infield single for Chris Evans. He can do this all day. Just a nubber at the mound. Baltimore chopper. McHugh tries to get him, but too much speed down the line. So it's a leadoff infield single for the first Avenger. Yes, that's right. I call him the first Avenger. Bread's bullpen is active. Mark Ruffalo takes slider in there for strike 1. Mark has a 2-run home run in the first today. He's 1 for 2 today. Out in front of the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. You like the Fantastic Four movies? At the time, I liked them. You know, there really was nothing else to compare them to. I mean, it was early on. Count is 0-2 on Mark Ruffalo. I didn't dislike them. I like the idea of the Silver Surfer in the second one. Lawrence Fishburne voicing him was pretty cool. Tried to check his swing, but could not do it. Struck him out. And there's 1 away.
Number 12.
So next up is Robert Downey Jr. Today he is 2 for 3 with a 2-run single. Evans leads off first. Slider inside, ball 1. And he pops him up in the infield. Easy play for Josh Bell. Makes the catch for out number 2. So they get that first runner on with that infield single with nobody out, and then now it's runner at first and 2 outs. So unless Drax the Destroyer can destroy, it's going to be a wasted opportunity with that leadoff man on. Dave is 1 for 3 today. Pitch from McHugh. Way out in front of the slider, swing and a miss, strike one. Throw to first. Not inside. Thoughts on Venom the movie? Never saw it. Not really interested in movies that feature villains. Not a big fan of the whole anti-hero villain thing. I'm a hero guy. I just never got around to seeing it. I like Tom Hardy. Pitches high, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on Drax. Some people told me it was great. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Side is retired. Overall, good inning for Colin McHugh. The end of 7, 6-1 MCU. I like Tom Hardy. I just, some people said it was great. Some people said it was absolutely terrible. Interested to know what you thought of it. Leading off here in the top of the 8th is Lou Brock. He has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 3. Pratt's still out there. This is only pitch number 78 here in the 8th inning. Tries to bunt his way on, but foul ball, strike one. Again, tries to bunt his way on, and he's not going to go foul, but it's a bunt base hit for Lou Brock. And the leadoff man is on here for Cincinnati Reds here in the top of the 8th. Next up, Alex Bregman, 2 for 3, 2 singles today. Fastball low, ball 1. Attendance here at Crosley Field, 19,226. That is not a sellout. Sellout, it's about 25,000. This is a minor league ballpark. Grounder charging over to second for 1, back to first. Double play, round the horn double play started by Chadwick Boseman. And there are 2 outs here in the 8th. They should show a replay on that, but they won't. 2 outs, bases empty. Up steps Mickey Mantle. He's 1 for 3. He had the bases loaded in this game and flew out to retire the side in their strike one. So he had an opportunity to do some damage and make a dent, but missed opportunity. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Mantle. And he jams him. Easy play for Spider-Man. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. 7.5. Mad Max the movie. I liked it. I don't think it was a Mad Max movie. I think it was a Furiosa movie. It should have been called like Furiosa. But I love what's her name? Charlize Theron is awesome. The movie was cool. Had a lot of great action scenes. Going to the bullpen, manager's office bullpen.
Number 63.
Let's see, who's going to pitch the 9th? Righty switch. Let's go. Ed Norton will pitch the 9th. Warm up and schedule to put him in the game. So leading off here in the bottom of the 8th is Idris Elba, who's 0 for 3. Fouls it off, strike 1. Colin McHugh is out there for his 2nd inning of work. Did you like the originals? Swing and a miss. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. The originals? What are the originals? I don't even know what that is. Apparently I didn't like it because I don't know what it is. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The originals. What is the Outlander talking about? The originals. Original what? Oh my goodness, Colin McHugh is just mowing him down. That's, again, another check swing strikeout. He's a nasty breaking ball today for out number 1. Next up is Don Cheadle, 2 for 3. Single, double, run scored. Oh, the original Mad Max movies. Sorry about that. I should have figured that out. Yeah, no, I liked them. Absolutely. I liked the Road Warrior, Beyond Thunderdome. Cool stuff. Long time ago, though. Ground ball through the left side. It is a 1-out single for War Machine. He just slaps it the other way between the shortstop and third baseman. Nice piece of hitting. Lineup turns over yet again. Mackey is 1 for 3 with a double today. Big lead at first base. Fastball high, ball 1. Throw to first. Just keeping them close. Last thing they need is a stolen base and a bloop single for another run. Let's try to keep him from stealing it. Big lead at first. Oh, they might get him. No. Nope, got his hand in there. He's fine. Again, like I said at the beginning of this, I hit, I pitch, I field, but I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. 12-6 curveball is low, 2 balls and no strikes. So as a result, what Spider-Man series did you like? The original 3, then I think 2 more movies. Now I think it's about okay. I enjoyed Tobey Maguire Spider-Man a little bit. Pitches on the outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike to Mackey. I didn't like Mary Jane. I thought that Mary Jane was miscast. In there, down the right field line, that's going to be a double. It'll be runners at second and third with 1 away. Double for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. That's double number 17. Here's the replay. Slices it down the right field line in that right field corner. Ricochets off the wall. I like the original ones because I'm a fan of Willem Dafoe. I love Willem Dafoe. You have good taste. Tom Holland, 3 singles today, 3 for 4. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. Will they pile on? Is he a compiler? Breaking ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. I enjoyed the first Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I liked that movie a lot. I thought the second one was terrible. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Holland. I do like Tom Holland as the MCU Spider-Man. I think he's done a good job. I like those movies. And that's a line drive headed towards the right center field gap, and it's going to be in there. And it's 1 hop over the wall. That's a 20th double of the season for Spider-Man. Spider-Man. So I have no idea how many runs to score. That could be a RBI double, a 2-run double. I have no idea. Freddie Snavely comes in out of relief. This is his 33rd appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 3-1 with a 4.38 earned run average. Oh my God, yes, I can't stand Mary Jane in the original. I just don't like her as, I don't know what it is. So it's 8-1 MCU. That was a 2-run double for Spider-Man. Fouls off the changeup for strike 1. So, runner in second in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Check that. It's a 7-run lead for the MCU. Change up inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Black Panther. But he pops him up. Short center field. Out goes Corey Seager. And there are 2 away. Yeah, I mean, I like Tom Holland. I think they're did a good job with Spider-Man, the MCU. Garfield, I thought was a good Spider-Man. I liked the first movie. I liked, his girlfriend in that movie. I forgot her name. Chris Evans steps up to the plate. He's 3 for 4. A lot of hits in this ball game. Fastball low, ball 1. Again, runner in scoring position is Tom Holland. Evans is at the plate. 2 outs. And he slices it to center. Easy play for Mickey Mantle. And he retires the side. But they get 2 runs on a 2-run double by Spider-Man. Have you watched my girlfriend's movie, The Black Widow? Oh, yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Black Widow. Listen, you can have Black Widow so long as Yelena is mine. Okay? The sister is mine. Do you want to change pitchers for the 9th? Yes. So, in relief is Ed Norton, the first man to play the Hulk in the MCU. He's pitched in 26 games this season. He's going to close out this game. Obviously, no save opportunity. His record is 1-1 with a 4.19 earned run average. Last licks for the Cincinnati Reds. They need 7 runs to tie. It's an 8-1 lead for the Avengers. It's nice to have a laugh for every once in a while. Nelson Cruz is 1 for 3 with a single. Here comes the first pitch from Norton. Fastball in there, 99 on the radar gun, strike 1. Oh, I enjoyed the movie. I thought the Black Widow movie. I watched it on Premiere Plus on Disney Plus. Sinking fastball, strike 2. Count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a good movie. But love me some Yelena Borova. Is that her last name? I don't know. I don't even know why they should just have. I know why they don't have the last names, because they're technically not related, but whatever. Fouls off the sinking fastball. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Her name is Florence Pugh in real life. She is amazing. Love me some Florence Pugh. Deal. Good, so no arguments. You'll be my wingman. I will be your wingman. We'll get the job done. Oh, it is high. It is far. That ball is gone. That's a solo home run to lead off here in the top of the 9th for Nelson Cruz. Home run number 16. And just like that, the ball game is now 8-2 Avengers. Got ahead 0-2 and then served up a solo home run here to lead off the 9th inning. Here's the replay. Drink me some coffee. I was wondering if it was going to hit that high scoreboard in left center field, if it had a chance to come back, but no. So, Gleyber Torres is 0 for 3. And that's a line drive. So, he comes into the game, Ed Norton, gives up a homer and a single to lead off the top of the 9th. And if you wanted to know why he's no longer in the MCU, maybe that's why, Ed. Huh? Maybe that's why. Next up, Josh Bell, left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Well, grounded. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Gorgeous play by Tony Stark at first. 3-6-3 double play. And just like that, there are 2 away here in the top of the 9th. And the Cincinnati Reds are down to their final out of the ball game. Representing that final out is Matt Kemp. He's 1 for 3 with a single, 6 for 14 on the season. 2 outs, bases empty. Fastball low, ball 1. I want to say thank you in advance to the Outlander for keeping me company during this baseball game. I very much appreciate it. Been a quiet night. Slicing down the right field line. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. Will roll all the way into the corner, but he's slow. No chance for a triple. But it's a 2-out double for Matt Kemp. Makes you wonder why he's only got 14 at-bats. 2nd double of the season. They should have been started him. He's probably an injury replacement for somebody who got the start. I think they made a bad decision. Matt Kemp is a beast. So next up, it's 8-2. It's a 6-run lead. Corey Seager is 0 for 3. He represents the final out of the game. Fastball in there, strike 1. They're not going to go down without a fight, these Reds. Slider high, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count is 0-2, and the Reds are down to their final strike of the ball game. Strike 3 called, inning over, side retired, ball game over. Avengers win 8-2. So they've taken this first game of a 3-game set at home against the Cincinnati Reds. If I'm not mistaken, that's win number 47 or 40. I don't know. I don't know how many wins it is. Thank you for Mr. Outlander. The winning pitcher is Star-Lord Peter Quill, also known as Chris Pratt. He's got his 9th win of the season. He's 9-1. My goodness. Here's the stat sheet. So the Hollywood Avengers, 8 runs, 16 hits, no errors. Cincinnati Reds, 2 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Chris Pratt gets win number 9. Blake Snell gets the loss. He's 2-7 on the season. And of course, Chris Pratt, 8 innings, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, 1 earned run, no walks. He is your player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm still playing MLB The Show 20. Those of you that are on MLB 21, I'm proud of you. Congratulations. But listen, I put a lot of time and energy into this created franchise. It's only game number 74 out of 162. Got to get done with this season. I'm not giving up on it. I'm not giving up on the Avengers. So, the final here at Crosley Field. The Hollywood Avengers win 8-2. Thank you so much for watching, especially to the Outlander Show. Have yourself a great evening. See you again soon.